readers and writers of the internet, welcome back. First off, I want to majorly apologize for my absence. I'm not going to lie, I was busy, but also I just didn't feel like filming, if I'm being completely honest. I was like, let's just take a break from that, let's just focus on school, let's not give ourselves this added pressure. So yeah, that's kind of where I've been for the past month. Yeah. So I do sincerely apologize, but I'm just like, I know that if I make a video when I'm not feeling like it, it's just gonna not turn out well. I want to give you guys the best content that I can provide for you, so I'm like, I can't really do that for them. So yeah, I do apologize, but this is a February wrap-up and March TBR. Let's get into it. Whiskey, Words, and a Shovel by R.H. Sin. I kinda enjoyed this book. I'm not gonna lie, like as you can see the tabs are the ones that I like. I'm not gonna lie though, there were quite a few poems in here that like, they didn't offend me. I just want to put that out there. They did not offend me, but R.H. Sin is a man, and there were many poems that were just like, women, this is what you should accept from a man, this is what you deserve. And like, I was like, okay, fair enough, fair point, but when there are 50 poems saying that, I'm just like, okay, let's just calm down. I know. So like, again, it didn't offend me, but I have read reviews that were like saying that he was like offending them and stuff like that. But that didn't happen to me. There were just a few poems where I'm like, I don't really want you to tell me like what I should be accepting. I want you to tell me about like whiskey, words, and a shovel and stuff like that, like the grittiness of it all. And like when he did, I really enjoyed it. Again, marked are the ones that I liked. Yeah, I just don't really know if his poetry was for me. The second book in the series is rated higher than this one, so I might give it a chance, but I don't know. Soft Thorns by Bridget DeVoe. This one I actually really enjoyed. It may look like I've tabbed a little bit less in here, but I really did enjoy this book, and the ones that I did tab, I really enjoyed. And I think I'm going to actually read the sequel to this one. The cover is absolutely beautiful. I love the illustrations within here. Poems are really nice. Serious subject matter in a lot of them, so just be warned about that if you do talk about, or if you do read it. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. My one dilemma that I've kind of been thinking about this entire month with poetry is, am I actually reading poetry because I really like poetry, or am I reading poetry because I can read it quickly? And I still haven't answered that question. I think it's a bit of both, to be honest, because like, again, I enjoyed it, but at the same time, it's like I can knock this out in like a few days and just be like, look at me go. So I have no idea. Extraordinary by V.E. Schwab. This is the Barnes & Noble special edition, so this is comics 0 through 4. This one I actually really enjoyed. The artwork in it is very good, and I really liked it. I really liked the plot, I liked the dialogue, I liked how everything kind of flowed. My one note on it is, and this is not spoilers just in case, but it follows Eli and Victor in here for a short period of time, and I'm like, that's really cool seeing them. It's like a crossover episode, but like at the same time, I know their backstory. Why are we getting their backstory again? I want to focus on this girl, and like her story is really well done. I really enjoyed it. She can see how people are gonna die, like in a reflection or whatnot, including herself. I'm just like, why did we get that kinda thing? And I really wanted more about her and the other EOs that she meets. I just blanked on their names, but one has like electricity power, and then the other one can communicate with like electronics and computers and stuff like that. I just wanted more of their story because they're really cool. I really wanted to know like how the three of them got on and all that, but like this one was really cool. And the ending, if you guys have read the ending, you know what I'm talking about or seen it. It's one of those where I'm like, I want more, and I read about it, and it's like, more might be within the third rumored book of the Vicious series, and I'm just like, oh, ooh, I'm like, I just want another comic, but this one is done. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it like 4 stars. Again, Barnes & Noble special edition is beautiful. Absolutely love it. So glad I got it. And now we're just gonna kind of go into like the books that I read for like homework and stuff and plays. So I'll just skim through it. Poetics by Aristotle. This one was fine. I've kind of had to skim this for other classes before, so I kind of knew what to expect. Yeah, maybe one day I'll go back and read it in depth, but I didn't rate it or anything because I just... The Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen. This one is a play. I gave this one 2 stars. Like, in class when we talked about it, I got a lot more out of it than me just reading it, and I would really like to see this play be performed. But just on page for me, it just didn't translate well. I'm going to bump it up to 3 stars now that we mention it. But yeah, there were just a few elements that I didn't like, but those elements were also a product of their times, in terms of this play was written to be set in the 1800s, where, you know, sexism was a very real thing, especially back then. And so that really translates onto the page, and like there were just a few things where I was like, oh, I'm like, this is so annoying. So yeah, I might bump up to 4. I don't know. Dinner with Friends by Donald McGarlis. This one I really didn't like. I found all the characters to be next to insufferable. They were all annoying. They all complained. I had to read this for my acting class. I just did not like it. End of story. Everybody by Jacob Jenkins Brandon. This one I really didn't like. I gave it 1 star. It's about like God sending death to kill everybody, and like that's actually the name of the person like in the play is everybody, but like it's like this woke kind of setting, so like time and death and God and friendship, they all speak the same, like they're trying to be teenagers, and I'm just like, oh no. You know, like I love personifying things like that. I love personifying it. I've personified death in my own story, Ashes of Revenge, which you can find on Inkit and Wattpad. But like, I love personifying them because you get to do really cool things with them. Because like, I don't know, there are just so many like things about them that you can do, and so many stories about them. It's almost like mythology in a sense, where you can just like take death or Hades or whatnot and be like, okay, here's what I want to do with you. And like, I was really excited when I began to read this. I'm like, yes, I get death, I get time, I get God, I get all this. And like, they all just talked like wannabe teenagers. I'm just like, why? And I said this in class quite a few times, practically screaming it respectively at my teacher. I'm like, I did not like this play, but I think I would like it better if I was seeing it. For me, it just didn't translate well on paper. And those of my classmates who said they did see it, they said it was better watching it than reading it. So like, if I see it, I'll probably enjoy it just fine, but like, I was not for that woke, teenage-esque monologue, dialogue stuff. It's just, I'm so tired of it. I'm just so tired of people trying to replicate how teenagers speak. And like, yes, there are teenagers that will be like, I bet, cap, no cap, stuff like that. But like, not all of them speak like that. And like, I'm 20. And like, I started this YouTube channel when I was 18, I believe. And like, you can go back through my videos and see that I never spoke like that. None of my friends spoke like that. Like, yeah, there are a few people who do, but it's like making a movie set in the 90s, and then you have everyone just being like, oh, that's so radical, bruh. It's like, well, why? Yeah, there were a few people that spoke like that, but like, not everyone, and then it just dates it and it gets annoying. I just hated it. I just hate that. I hate it. 14 Ways to Die by Vincent Ralph. This one, I am more than halfway through. I just have that much left. I'm actually really enjoying this book. I just haven't found the time really to read it and like knock out chunks of it, but I'm nearly done. The chapters are really short. They're like 2-3 pages. Yeah, I really like this. I like where it's going. I hope it stays in the direction that it is going. There were a few scenes in this where I'm like, this is kind of unnecessary. It could have been cut. At the same time, it's still entertaining. So yeah, I'm enjoying this book. Can't wait to finish it. Poachers by Tom Franklin. This one is actually a collection of short stories. And I've read one, so that's what that is. But I have to read this for my advanced composition creative writing class. We have to read short stories, and they have to be contemporary short stories, so they can't be like, I don't know, Stephen King supernatural short stories. They have to be set in like a realistic time, place, setting with realistic events happening. So I found this one, it like takes place in the South, and it just has like bleak tales set in the woodland, swamp, and chemical plants along the Alabama River, and I'm all for that. It really reminds me of Donald Ray Pollock with Knock 'Em Stiff and The Devil All the Time, so I was really excited to read this one. The first story I liked just fine. It wasn't anything special, but I cannot wait to read the other ones. And then for what I'll be once I finish those, I'm still on my mystery thriller kick, so I'll probably read The Vanishing Stair or Horrid. I kind of want to read Horrid, but at the same time, I'm like, I want to read the sequel to Truly Devious because I really enjoyed that book. I don't know. I'll have to like play with it and see what happens, but that's honestly about it. Thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And it means the world to me if you follow me on all my other social media, such as Instagram, Facebook, and my reading platforms. Those will be listed down in the description below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!